All right, here we go. Now, this is the actual police report, y'all. It is on July 12th, 2020. At approximately 4:30 hours, my partner, Officer Lind, badge number 43017, and I, Officer Cabral, badge number 43526. And the only reason I ain't putting this on the screen is for other people to grab it. All right? It's exclusive. Were assigned Hollywood Division Patrol Unit 6A31. Now, if you might want to forward this to somebody that been worrying about this case, and especially all y'all that been sitting here defending Megan and this, that, and other. And I'm gonna tell y'all in a minute why this case is done got close to my heart. You know what I'm saying? Because I done had a woman lie on me and take me to court. You know, and I beat the case and everything, but it shows me how spiteful women can be. And all I did was love this woman. I did nothing to hurt this woman but break it off. And she didn't like the fact that I broke it off and went to the extreme of trying to send me to jail for nothing, and I ain't seen her in 2 years. She just pops up and just takes me to court, talking about I'm trying to bribe her and extort her and all kind of craziness. And so now when I look at this Megan case and all this stuff, and I know what I see now in this this police report, I know that the women can lie on you. And this is somebody I love dearly. And the only thing she was mad at is because I cut her off. And I have my good reasons for doing it. So this case is dear to my heart because I had to go and fight for my freedom for a woman that was lying on me that I ain't do nothing to her. Try to lie and say I tried to bribe her and extort her. Like, for what? Like, yo, man. We love y'all women. But some of y'all black women are some cold, vicious individuals, man. But let me stick to this, all right? We were assigned on the Hollywood Division Patrol Unit 6831-W3. We were dressed in full uniform, driving a clearly marked black and white police vehicle. We received a radio call regarding a shooting investigation in the area of 1801 North Nicholas Cannon Road. No, that's the address. All right. Officers received 2 or more radio calls related to the shooting investigation. 0854. Addressed the location as Nicholas Canyon, Courtney Ave, Inc. 0859. Provided officers with 1841 North Nicholas Canyon Road as the crime location. Comments on the call stated PR heard 4 to 5 gunshots, followed by a possible female and male arguing. PR observed 4 to 5 females. PR observed 4 to 5 female and male suspects at the location physically fighting with each other. Y'all heard that, right? The PR observed 4 to 5 female and male suspects at the location physically fighting with each other. PR advised the suspect vehicle was a black SUV, which was last seen southbound on Nicholas Canyon towards Hollywood Boulevard. And here's the investigation. Officer Diaz, badge number 44280. Olivia, badge number 31131. And Walker, 43587. And Aguilar, 43556. Responded to 1841 North Nicholas Canyon Road, met with witnesses and provided officers with the following statement. Witness number one, Sean Kelly, advised he lived at 1841 Courtney Ave. He stated he heard arguing outside of his bedroom. He looked outside and observed a black Escalade. He stated the passenger door was open and observed 4 suspects, 2 females and 2 males. Kelly stated one male was heavy set and the second was thin build. He stated the rear passenger exited from the vehicle, which in parentheses, it says one of the females, right? And began fighting with the other female. Now, what did homegirl say where she was sitting at? She was sitting in the front. I'm going to go back to that. Kelly stated both male, hold on. Kelly stated one male was heavy set and the second was thin build. He stated the rear passenger exited from the vehicle, one of the females, and began fighting with the other female. At one point, Kelly observed one of the females crawl out the black Escalade and onto the driveway of 1841 North Nicholas Cannon. Kelly heard approximately 4 to 5 gunshots. Kelly stated both males were punching closed fists one of the females and dragged her into the vehicle. The vehicle fled southbound on Nicholas Canyon Road, briefly stopped at a driveway, and continued southbound towards Hollywood Boulevard. What did she say? Well, we're going to come back to that. Let me go to witness number 2. All right. Witness number 2 is Miguel Angelo Diella. And he lives on the block as well. I'm not going to get these people's address out because, people are crazy. He advised he heard approximately 5 gunshots followed by an unknown suspect yelling, "You crazy. What you doing? What are you doing?" He heard loud arguing and observed a newer model Escalade traveling northbound on Nicholas Canyon Road and then conduct a U-turn. The vehicle continued southbound on Nicholas Canyon Road and stopped briefly at 1807 Nicholas Canyon Road. Witness 3, Mary Yarber, stated she lived on the same block. No, she lives on Courtney Ave. I ain't going to give her address. She advised she heard approximately 5 gunshots and observed a black Escalade traveling northbound on Nicholas Canyon Road. The vehicle conducted a U-turn. Yarber heard loud yelling and observed the vehicle flee southbound on Nicholas Road. Okay. Witnesses 4 to 6 statements were consistent with 3. So they all had the same story, right? My partner and I were en route to 1801 Nicholas Canyon Road. We were traveling westbound on Hollywood Boulevard, passing La Brea Avenue, when we observed a vehicle, a black Cadillac Escalade, which matched the suspect vehicle description, traveling eastbound on Hollywood Boulevard towards Poinsetta Place. Officers conducted a high-risk felony stop for possible Officers conducted a high-risk felony stop for possible shooting suspects. Officers observed 4 suspects in the vehicle. All suspects were taken into custody without incident. While searching the vehicle for additional suspects, officers observed an olive green handgun on the front passenger floorboard. I, Officer Cabral, badge number 43526, recovered the handgun. The handgun was warm to touch and was found in the slide lock position, which means they was empty. Which is consistent with being fired. The handgun was booked as evidence. See attached property report. The driver of the vehicle was identified as Jaquan Smith. Jaquan Chuvardi Smith. His date of birth, he was born in October 94. I ain't gonna give his exact birthday. The front passenger was identified as Daystar Peterson. He's born in 92. The right rear passenger was identified as Pete. Megan Pete. Where she said she was sitting at, y'all? The left rear passenger was identified as Kelsey Harris. The driver of the vehicle exited first, following by Peterson, Pete, and last Harris. Based off the location of where the handgun was located and where Peterson was seated prior to being detained, officers formed the opinion that Peterson was in constructive possession of the gun. Okay? Now, y'all know what constructive possession of the handgun means, right? It don't mean he was in possession of the handgun. It was closer to him than anybody else, right? Smith, Peterson, and Harris were detained pending a shooting investigation and transported to the Hollywood station. Pete, Megan, was transported to Cedars Sinai for lacerations to her left foot. While at the hospital, Pete advised officers Gomez and Meja, Unit 6X99-W3, that she was involved in a verbal argument with Harris. I don't think y'all heard what I just said. Megan was transported to Cedars Sinai for lacerations to her left foot. While at the hospital, Megan advised officers Gomez, badge number 43452, and Officer Major, badge number 36183, that she was involved with a verbal argument with Harris, Kelsey Nicole Harris. Now let's just for a second. Let me go back here for a second.
Related to the way that it did. Can you just briefly walk us through what happened that night? It starts you're at a party at Kylie Jenner's house.
I had went there and we were just hanging out, and I was ready to go because I had been there all day.
So you guys end up in a car. You, Tory Lanez, your friend at the time, Kelsey, and his driver / security.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody in the car, it's only 4 motherfuckers in the car. Me, you, my homegirl, and your security.
Tory Lanez, whose real name is Daystar Peterson, is a Grammy-nominated rapper and singer from Canada. Kelsey Harris was one of Megan Thee Stallion's best friends from Houston. There was an argument, and you get out of the car, right?
At that point, the argument wasn't even with me. Like, the argument was with the two people in the backseat.
What? What? Hold on. Let me read that for y'all again in the police report. She said the argument wasn't with her. It was the argument with the two people in the back seat, right? The driver of the vehicle was identified as Jaquan Chuvardi Smith. The front passenger was identified as Daystar Peterson. The right rear passenger was identified as Megan Pete, and the left rear passenger was identified as Kelsey Harris. The driver of the vehicle exited first, following by Peterson, Pete, last Harris. Based off the location of where the handgun was located and where Peterson was seated prior to being detained, officers formed the opinion that Peterson was in constructive possession of the handgun. Smith, Peterson, and Harris were detained pending a shooting investigation and transported to the Hollywood station. Megan was transported to Cedars-Sinai for lacerations to her left foot. While at the hospital, Megan advised officers Gomez and Major that she was involved with a verbal argument with Harris. She stated Smith and Tory and Kelsey and herself left the location. Pete did not give officers specific location and did not give any other information regarding the incident. While at the Hollywood station, my partner and I admonished Smith per LAPD form 15.03.00. Smith responded, yes, yes, yes. My partner asked Smith if he wanted to talk about what happened. He said, I don't know. I asked him if he was with Peterson, Pete, and Harris all night. Right? So they reading them their Miranda rights when he say yes, yes, yes. Do you understand you have the right to remain silent and anything you say you will be at right? But hold on. But let me just go back to that she was involved with a verbal argument with Harris. Okay, let's remember that.
At the time, Kelsey and his driver / security.
Everybody in the car, it's only 4 motherfuckers in the car. Me, you, my homegirl, and your security.
Tory Lanez, whose real name is Daystar Peterson, is a Grammy-nominated rapper and singer from Canada. Kelsey Harris was one of Megan Thee Stallion's best friends from Houston. There was an argument, and you get out of the car, right?
At that point, the argument wasn't even with me. Like, the argument was with the 2 people in the back seat.
Everybody in the car arguing. I'm in the front seat. This nigga in the back seat. I get out the car. I'm done arguing. I don't want to argue no more. I get out. I'm walking away. This nigga from out the back seat of the car started shooting me. You shot me. I ain't get cut by no glass, but let me tell you why they saying that.
So I asked the driver to pull the car over, like, I'm done with this. And I should have stayed out of the car. Like, I should have not got back in the car. And they was like, Megan, just get back in the car. We almost there. Like, just get back in. So I get back in the car. It's like it's getting worse.
The
like,
arguing in the car.
The arguing in the car is getting worse, and I don't want to be in this car no more. Like, because I see it's getting crazy. So I get out the car, and it's like everything happens so fast. And all I hear is this man screaming. He said, dance, and he started shooting. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like, he shot a couple of times. And I was so scared.
So is he in the car shooting from the car, Megan?
He is standing up over the window, shooting.
Everybody in the car arguing.
Let me get back to this. Now, Megan did not give officers a specific location and did not give any other information regarding the incident. While at the Hollywood station, my partner and I admonished Smith per LAPD form 1501. And I said that he's yes, yes, yes. My partner asked Smith if he wanted to talk about what happened. He said, I don't know. I asked him if he was with Tory, Megan, and Kelsey all night. And Smith stated he was with them for the most of the night. Smith stated they were at a pool party with Kylie Jenner. We were outside in the Escalade during that time. He said he was outside in the Escalade during that time. He stated he had a gun carry permit, but stated he was not carrying his firearm. Smith advised he did not hear shots being fired. Smith stated he did not know any other information. So, you know, he lied. He's trying to save them, right? All right. My partner, Emanis Peterson, that's Tory, with the same thing, his Miranda rights. Do you understand your rights? My partner asked Peterson if he wanted to talk about what happened, to which Peterson responded, I don't want to talk about this. I'd rather have my lawyer talk about this. Smart guy. So Tory didn't give no statement. He said he wanted his lawyer. Artelia, thanks for the cash app. Appreciate you, love. My partner, Emanis Harris, per LAPD form 1503.00. Do you understand your rights? He said, yes. Yes. When asked if she wanted to talk about what happened, Harris said, I really want someone to represent me. So she asked for a lawyer too. Our investigation revealed that on July 12th, 2020, at approximately 4:30 in the morning, a physical altercation between Kelsey and Megan occurred at 1841 North Nicholson Canyon Road. Did y'all hear that? You might want to forward this to somebody. Our investigation revealed that on July 12th, 2020, approximately 4:30 in the morning, a physical altercation between Kelsey and Megan occurred. 5 rounds, occurred at 18 North Nicholas Canyon Road. An unknown suspect fired approximately 5 rounds. Smith, Tory, Megan, and Kelsey. I'll tell you, thank you, love. Love you. Where am I at? An unknown suspect fired approximately 5 rounds. Smith, Peterson, Pete, and Harris entered the black Escalade and flee southbound on on Nicholas Canyon Road. Based on Tory's seating position and the position of the firearm, Tory was the last person to have constructive possession of the firearm, meaning he was the closest person to the gun. Tory was placed under arrest for violation of 25400A PC, carrying a concealed weapon in a vehicle. He was transported to the Hollywood station for booking and processing. Injuries and MT. Kelsey, Tory, and Smith did not complain of pain or injuries. Megan was transported to Cedars Sinai and was treated by Dr. Lofredo for lacerations to her left foot. Dr. Lofredo confirmed lacerations due to stepping on glass. I'm done. What she said happened? Dr. Lafredo, Megan was transported to Cedars-Sinai and was treated by Dr. Lafredo for lacerations to her left foot, not both feet, left foot. Dr. Lafredo confirmed lacerations due to stepping on glass. And they got the medical record numbers. Evidence. Officer Diaz and Officer Olivia recovered a yellow pendant, a nail, a fake nail, and spent casings from 1801 North Nicholas Canyon Road. See attached form. The yellow pendant was Kelsey's name chain. So clearly Megan popped her chain when they was fighting.
I'm in the front seat. This nigga in the back seat. I get out the car. I'm done arguing. I don't want to argue no more. I get out. I'm walking away. This nigga from out the back seat of the car started shooting me.
And